Imagine a cool, crisp morning in the heart of the wilderness, where civilization seems like a distant memory. Our adventure begins with a group of friends embarking on a camping trip. Their laughter and chatter fill the air, echoing off the towering trees as they set up their canvas home amidst the lush green landscape. The surrounding nature is a breathtaking spectacle, a canvas painted with myriad shades of green and blue. Their hearts are filled with excitement, an infectious energy that's as palpable as the fresh, pine-scented air they're breathing. Soon, they find themselves splashing in the refreshing embrace of a nearby lake. The water's melody, a symphony of gurgling brooks and cascading waterfalls, becomes their soundtrack, while the sun, the generous provider of warmth, paints their skin with its golden hues. As the sun began to set, they gathered around the fire, the smell of roasting sausages filling the air. Night fell, wrapping the campsite in a blanket of darkness, only the flickering fire providing a comforting light. Our band of adventurers, lulled by the lullaby of the crackling fire and the symphony of the nocturnal creatures, settled into their tents. Their bodies were pleasantly weary from the day's activities, a day filled with the pure joy of swimming in the lake, building a roaring fire, and cooking up a feast of sausages and other delights. As they snuggled into their sleeping bags, the world outside their tent was a soothing serenade of the night. The whispers of the wind, the rustling leaves, the distant hoot of an owl. All was calm, all was right. But then, just as the veil of sleep was about to descend, a sound pricked their ears. Footsteps. The soft crunching of leaves underfoot, growing louder, growing closer. A ripple of unease passed through the tent. The friends exchanged glances, their eyes wide and questioning in the dim light. They strained their ears, their breath held, their hearts pounding like a drummer in the quiet of the night. The footsteps continued, their rhythm steady and unerring, like a predator stalking its prey. The tension within the tent was palpable, a living entity. Their minds raced, filled with wild speculations and half-remembered tales of the wilderness. Was it a curious woodland creature, drawn by the remains of their feast? Or was it something more sinister, a threat lurking in the shadows? As the footsteps grew louder, so did their fear. Each sound seemed amplified, every rustle a potential danger. The once soothing night had turned into a canvas of suspense, the darkness hiding unseen threats. The flickering fire outside, their only source of light, seemed to flutter nervously, casting long, monstrous shadows. Then, slicing through the silent night, came the unmistakable growl of wolves. Dawn broke, bringing with it not just light, but a sense of relief. The friends stirred from their restless slumber, their hearts still echoing with the adrenaline of the night's unexpected encounter. The first rays of the morning sun pierced through the canvas of their tent, casting a warm glow over their faces. It was a new day, a day of survival, a day of victory. As they stepped out of their tent, they were greeted by the familiar sight of their campsite, now bathed in the soft morning light. The embers of their fire were still smoldering, a silent testament to the previous night's events. With cautious steps, they ventured out, their eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of their nocturnal visitors. The ground around their campsite was disturbed, the grass trampled and the earth scuffed. There were paw prints too, large and ominous, etched in the soft soil. It was a chilling reminder of the close call they had, a stark contrast to the serene beauty of the morning. But amidst the fear, there was an undeniable thrill. They had come face to face with the wild, the unpredictable, the untamed. And they had survived. The wilderness had thrown a curveball at them, and they had managed to dodge it. They had a story now, a tale of adventure and courage, of the night when the wolves came calling. With a newfound respect for the wilderness, they decided it was time to pack up and leave. They dismantled their tents, doused their fire, and packed their gear. But as they left, they carried with them more than just their camping equipment. They carried a story, a memory imprinted on their hearts, a tale that would be told and retold around many a future campfire. And as they left the wilderness behind, they carried with them not just their camping gear, but a story that would be told and retold around many a future campfire. This was no ordinary camping trip. This was an adventure, a brush with the wild, a night they would never forget.